Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw. Welcome back to Commander Claw. I'm starting a new series called 5 Cards to Make Your Commander Deck Fun. This is where I hype up and convince you to play these forgotten, underplayed cards. So let's go. If you watched episode 1, I mentioned Mirrorshell Crabs in the counterspell section. Everything about this card tells you to overlook it. The crab itself has some kind of Beetleborg armor on top of the crab as it lurks through the ocean depths. The text box is completely filled, but you don't care what it says because of the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty symbol, because it's a freaking common. This is the best common not played enough. Let's read it. It's an artifact creature with 7 CMC. It has Ward 3 on a 5/7 body. Your enemies won't be looking at him like a menu item from the Juicy Crab here. Hell nah. But it has the ability Channel. Tap 3 mana, then it becomes a mana leak counterspell. This is where it has value. Channel is an ability, so it can't be countered if a spell or an ability says target spell. Nor if there is someone playing stacks and it says, hey, spells cost 2 more to cast. This won't be affected. Oh, you're still not convinced? Play against the commander Hinata Dawn Crowned. You can bypass all that extra spell tax to counterspell all those splashy X spells. Defiler of Instinct is absolutely the best Kavu MTG has ever created. If you are new to MTG, Kavu are these mutant reptilian creatures that started in the Invasion set. Quick backstory. They were hibernating underneath Dominaria, and somehow Moltani's magic brought them back up to the surface to fight the war during Invasion. Now to think about it, this might be the second best, because I forgot all about the Radiant Kavu. Yeah, you Naya commanders, this is a must add. Back to Defiler of Instinct. It's a 4/4 body with first strike. It reads as an additional cost to cast red permanent spells. You may pay 2 life. Those spells cost 1 less red mana to cast if you paid life this way. This effect reduces only the amount of red mana you pay. Whenever you cast a red permanent spell, Defiler of Instinct deals 1 damage to any target. So, this lizard mutant is a mana sink and pinger. Perfect creature if you are running an infinite combo with the card Reiterate because of its buyback cost. You will be casting every time. Then, if Defiler is on the battlefield, you can ping 1 damage to any target. But really, to pay the 2 life to use 1 red mana is nasty. This can help you start combos or get creatures on the battlefield a turn early because you're not paying mana for everything. Dakra Mystic. This Merfolk wizard literally will slide into your opponent's DM with her ability. Tap 1 blue mana and look at the top card of each player. You can choose to put those cards in their graveyard or they can draw that card. You can politic with this card too. Make friends or enemies. It's a sneaky card for those players that want you to lose life for drawing cards or reanimate creatures from graveyards. I can think of the Grixis commanders Nekuzar the Mind Razor or Cedrus the Traitor King. But since this card isn't really a threat to creatures, it is a threat to players looking at their top card though. Y'all got to realize how powerful that ability really is. To be able to look at your top card is essentially another card in your hand, allowing you to set up turns. So the Dark Mystic can be useful against Dakra Mystic. It can be useful against Sensei Divine Top, the Reality Chip, and the Realm Walker. So ruin your haters' plan by forcing them to reveal their top card, then either tossing it into the graveyard or drawing it, or letting them draw it. Arcane Lighthouse is my favorite way to stop the artifact equipment Swiftfoot Boots. Arcane Lighthouse is a land that shuts off Hexproof and Shroud on creatures. Just tap 1 mana in Arcane Lighthouse to activate the ability. Oh, you want to see a quick list of commanders that have Hexproof? Here you go. Niv-mizzet Supreme, Narset Enlightened Tutor, Tom Bombadil, whatever from Lord of the Rings, Cigar the Host of Herons, the list goes on. Now for my favorite card on the list, Duskwatch Recruiter. My guy here is a 3 creature types, human, warrior, and werewolf. You don't see that often. Then you see that indentation on the bottom right hand corner with those numbers? Oh, that means it's about to transform into something nasty. Then he got that, oh, I do this stick for anyone who wants to smoke. Back to the abilities. You can tap 3 mana to activate this ability, and you can do it any amount of times. Oh, that's nasty already. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. The Duskwatch Recruiter is literally doing his job, recruiting creatures from your deck. My guy is trying to get that commission check. This is very strong. Then, at the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Duskwatch Recruiter. He transforms into the Krallen Horde Howler. He says creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform Howler back to the Duskwatch Recruiter. So, essentially, you want you and players to always cast at least 1 spell per turn. This happens often. So you can keep Duskwatch Recruiter as a recruiter to pull creature cards from your deck. But when you feel like you have enough creatures in your hand and want to play, you want him in the Crawling Horde Howler mode. I'm not a fan of this artwork. He looks like a naked wolf whistling. Come on, Craig, this can't be your best artwork.